Very good monitor for creators, gamers. Though HDR in monitors is no way close to TVs, but it's good for HDR movies and games. Black level are decent, though not in league of Samsung VA monitors, but viewing angles and color reproduction are far better than those. Added benefit of this monitor is stand, which is sturdy and is higher and tilt adjustable. Monitor supports FreeSync with AMD cards but also works with Nvidia cards over DP only. Comes with a CD having drivers for dual monitor setup and on-screen controls. Out-of-box color reproduction is very good, but some tweaking is required for adjusting black levels according to the ambient light in your room. Overall, no monitor at this price gets this much functionality and quality. This 27 inches 4K LG monitor is gorgeous. Rich input, HDR10 support, design is cool. Very bright, crisp and clear. Has a lot of settings so you can please yourself. For its price, I really can't imagine a better pick for an all-purpose monitor. It does everything: productivity, designing, movies, gaming, coding, Netflix. Highly recommend it. I'm so happy with it. The resolution, color production, design, etc. are top notch. Thank you LG and Amazon. Amazing monitor. However, this is not for people who are looking for screen real estate, having multiple windows open side by side. This is for people who are looking for a decent sized 4K monitor which they can use in high DPI mode at 1080p. What this means is that a 24-inch 1080p monitor and this will look like they are displaying the same amount of content, but this one will be much sharper because 1 pixel in 1080p monitor is equivalent to 4 pixels in this monitor. It's like Retina display at 1080p. Better suited for Mac rather than Windows PC because Windows is still not very good at scaling things properly. Mac on the other hand supports scaling perfectly. Using it with MacBook Air 2015 in clamshell mode and it works like a charm. Things to consider before buying 4K monitor. 1. Your PC should be able to support 4K resolution. Even MacBook slows down to a crawl if not in clamshell mode. When the laptop screen is open and the display is connected, the performance takes a huge hit. Only when the lid is closed and the laptop is used with external keyboard and mouse with this monitor as the primary display, the performance is excellent. 2. It has 2 HDMI ports and 1 display port. Only through display port, the refresh rate be 60 Hz. If you want 60 Hz through HDMI ports, you need to connect 2 cables from your GPU's HDMI ports to its 2 HDMI ports. Pros. 1. Excellent color rendition. 2. Good value for money. 3. Good brightness. 4. At a distance of 3 feet you'll not be able to make out the pixels at all. Everything will be sharp and smooth. Cons. 1. Refresh rate could be more than 60 Hz, but even the most expensive 4K monitors don't have faster refresh rates with 4K display. 2. Some applications still can't be scaled properly on Mac. 3. 4K HASNT caught up with people yet. It might be a novelty for most. Note, I got it for 25,900 plus cable, mini display port to display port at local LG official dealer. The official price of the monitor is 27,000 on LG's website. It will be cheaper offline. PS. If you want good performing Mac, just get MacBook Air for 57K and this monitor for 27K and you're still left with money to spare, compared to a Retina MacBook Pro, whose battery life isn't as good as MacBook Air. Let me start by saying this first, this is a good SDR monitor which is decent for HDR usage. It is not great. I'm not going to waste time reviewing the trivial stuff such as ergonomics and style. You can get that from anywhere on the web. I am going to focus on performance and color reproduction. SDR performance. This monitor has a really good SDR performance. It has good color gamut and brightness and decent contrast ratio, 1200:1 native. Color really pop and it comes packed with several color profiles. In my experience, the most accurate, not the most good looking, profile is the SMPTEC profile. However, I switched to the custom profile and manually adjusted the other parameters like color temperature, RGB levels, and got a better result that has delta S under 0.68. The panel has pretty good gray uniformity, but the black uniformity is not that impressive, but it is not a deal breaker. It is not a true 10-bit panel, it uses 8-bit panel with FRC. This is pretty common nowadays while HDR is still in its infancy. The thing is, you wouldn't notice much of difference between true 10-bit and 8-bit plus FRC for consumer applications. A true 10-bit panel only makes a difference for true professionals such as color graders, those in the photography industry and movie industry who generate HDR content. If you only want consume HDR games and movies, 8-bit plus FRC should not be a concern. In fact, there are other more important considerations such as brightness, contrast levels and black levels. The peak brightness of this monitor is only 450 nits, while HDR specification requires at least 1000 nits. This is where it gets tricky. The HDR specification was originally developed with TVs in mind. They were not meant for PC monitors, which sits much closer to your eyes. For PC monitor, 1000 nits brightness if unnecessary. Such brightness levels could damage your eyes. This is why VESA came up with the display HDR specifications that are meant for PC monitors. This new spec has 3 levels: display HDR 400, 600 and 1000, the number indicating the target brightness level. So this monitor kind of meets the entry-level display HDR 400. I says kind of because while it meets the brightness level requirement, it does not meet other criteria listed in the specification, so this is not a display HDR certified monitor. Contrast levels should be around 10,000:1 for good HDR performance. This is required for showing details within dark areas. A lower contrast will result in the dark areas being too dark or grayish, hiding away the details in them. Sadly, this monitor does not even come close to 10,000:1. The monitor only has 1200:1 contrast ratio. This is expected from IPS panels. VA panels on the other hand offers better contrast ratios and hence better rendering of black and dark scenes, but they suffer from bad viewing angles and does not provide great color accuracy. The black levels on this monitor is also not that great. Click link in description for more reviews.